Once this is done, you'll get update on the name change. Once you get the document, make sure you are updating those changes to all your official document. In today's video, we will see how to change name of child in Ontario. And for this, once you type name change Ontario, this is the official website. The link will be in the description. Make sure to click the right link, or I have also organized the links in my website canadatriedandtested.com, from where you can go and find the video link. So once you're on this website, click change name, and here this is the Service Ontario page. Come and click here, child name change. So for the legal change, a child must have lived in Ontario for past 12 months or since birth if under 1 year old. Be 17-year-old or under. Not be married. Consent to the name change if the child is 12 years of age or older. And then in addition, there must not be any court order or separation agreement that prohibit the change of name. So you can go through rest of them. I will go to how to apply. You have to print and fill out this form, and we will see if there is a requirement for police record check, and that once we are filling this form, we'll get to know. Then just follow the instructions. I will show you the video, and you can complement this video along with the instruction. That way you know how the form is getting filled, and then you submit the complete form, payment and required document to Service Ontario by mail or in person at this location. So the cost is $137 or $22. So here a lot of people get confused sometimes when the entire family is making the change. In that case, for adult, this will be the charge, and for the minor, the child, the charge will be $22 when the entire family, more than one person, is applying. If it is just the child whose name is getting changed, then in that case, the payment which has to be made is $137. And then the document what you will receive, once the name is approved, you will get a name certificate that will show your previous name, that's child's previous name, and new name. And in case the child is born in Ontario, then a new birth certificate will also be issued with the new name. So you can go through this at your own time. Let's click here, change of name application. The easy way is to go through the link which I am given in the description, and you can directly get here. Once you click here, you come to this page, application to change child's name, and make sure you have Adobe Reader free version downloaded, because this is how you can open the form once it is downloaded. So you have English and French language, and you see here application to change a child's name, and then click download. Once this is downloaded, this is how the page will open, and it has 19 pages which we have to fill. So the part one is the personal information, and here child's first name, which is the current name, that will be filled. Here it is Gopi Krishna, and then the mailing address as you see here, and then how long the child has been living in Ontario, that has been mentioned in year and month like this, and then when was the child born, the date of the year of birth, month and day has been entered, then city, province and country where the child was born. Then come down, this is the new name of the child, which once it goes through with the process will be the new name. Then this is left blank for the official use, and then come down, this is the child's parents information. So in Canada you can have multiple parents. I will not go much into detail. So in most of the cases there's only father and mother. Canada allows more than even 4 parents, and you can see here there's an additional space. If required, you have to take a photocopy and enter all the parents name, parent's first name, middle name, last name, and if parent had any name change, that detail is filled here. Parent's legal last name or single name at the time of birth, if different from above. If not, just leave it blank. Any previous legal name or single name of parent, that again, if it is not, leave it blank. Then the other parent detail like this, and as I said, the remaining can be filled as is the case. So if it is more than 4 parents, then you will have to take print out of this page additionally and then fill it up and come down. information about child's name change and any previous name changes. Why do you want to change the child's name? Here you could give a reason. Any basic reason should do why this name change is required. Then, did the child ever have a change of name before? Yes or no? If it is yes, then which year, month and date, and what was the name before change? After the change, what was the name? And where it was changed. That detail will come. If it is no, just click no, and all these things will be left blank. Then, have you or anyone else ever applied to change child's name before? Depending on your answer, yes or no. You have to select or tick the boxes. Here I'm doing no. Then the criminal offense, here the response in my case is all no. If it is yes, then you have to enter court name, address of court, and describe the proceedings. So if any of the answer is yes, then there will be a requirement of police record check. So you can use this form to do the police record check. If the responses are no, then you don't require this police record check. Let's come down. Financial information. Again, all the responses here are no. If it is yes, then court name, date of court order, name of the person who sued the child, address of the court or tribunal. Those details will go, and likewise you can read the other details here. This page, do not write anything on this page. Come down, and getting consent to change the child's name. This can be little confusing for you, so I will go slow and try to explain. So here the applicant in this case is parent who is going with the change of name for the child. So the applicant is parent here, Ramakrishna, who will also go and get the oath in front of commissioner on behalf of the child. So Ramakrishna has entered the name here, and the child's new name reflects here. Date of birth, again it has to be in the correct format like this. It has to be in the correct format. And then name of the applicant. So here the name of the applicant will be father's name. I'm showing here Ramakrishna as father, so that's the applicant. And one parent becomes the applicant. The other parent I'll show you once all these details are entered. You see here, once we come down, the other parent here, Meera Krishna, is consenting for the legal name change of the child. So the address comes here, and then Meera Krishna ticks this box, mother, a person with legal custody of child listed above. So in this case, depending on child's age, if the child is 12 years of age or older, then child also has to sign a consent of name change, which means this form, one more copy has to be taken, and applicant will remain like this. The child's new name will reflect like this, and here the child's name will get entered for anyone who is about 12-year old, address, and then child will tick this box, this one. Okay, so there will be two forms, one the consenting form from the other parent and one from the child. So I hope this clarifies things to you. Then once we come down, giving notice about child's name change, this notice form is only filled when parents have gone through separation, or the other parent is not in the same place. In that case, the notice will be given to the other parent, that name will get entered, and then the child's current name, the new name, date of birth, address will be filled, and applicant here, as I said before, who is initiating the name change, parent, that signature has to be done, and then this will be sent to the other parent by Canada Post only. Don't use any other medium. In case you have any doubt, call up Service Ontario, get this clarified, and make sure that you're doing the right thing. Once you send, make sure you are able to track and keep a record just for record purpose, and then you can send this application even if you don't get the acknowledgement with that copy saying that you tried from your end. No email, nothing. So make sure you're doing that in case you have to fill up this form. Then let's come down, proving how long the child has lived in Ontario. And for this, there is a guarantor statement which is required. Now, this guarantor need not be a citizen, need not be a permanent resident. This guarantor need to know you, cannot be a family member. It can be a friend. and just get here the applicant's name. That is, in this case, here I'm showing the example of father's name, then guarantor's name, address, and the profession to which the person is from. Then how long the person knows child, and how long the child has been resident of Ontario. So this has to be signed by the guarantor and date has to be entered. So as I said, this is a guarantor. There's no specific requirement except that it cannot be a family member, and try not to have same surname. It might cause confusion to Service Ontario. So once all these things is filled, let's come down. Now, this is the document section. Read this carefully. Part 5. Here it says, if the child was born in Canada, including Ontario, please send the following. If the child was born in Ontario, send all previously issued original birth certificate or certified copies of birth registration. That is long form birth certificate. Now, for some reason, you had applied for, say, long form certificate when the child was born and you don't have any more, make sure that in the form you will be declaring, but in addition, you can just do a handwritten note and attach it so that the form does not come back with a requirement that you're missing document. So just hand written document that I don't have any other form should help. So if the child was born outside Ontario but within Canada, submit either an original birth certificate or certificate copy of birth registration long form certificate. If you do not have a birth certificate, apply for the birth certificate and submit the certificate with the change of name application. So make sure you are following this. For the child born outside of Canada, read through the document, photocopy of original birth certificate or photocopy of certified copy of birth registration from country of birth. And if it is in a different language, make sure you're getting that translated. Here it is given. And then also, there are a few other requirements like landing or photocopy of permanent resident card, photocopy of passport used to enter Canada if it is still held by the child. All these things you'll have to send. And if applicable, all applicants are required to send photocopy of all change of name certificate, and that is in case of change of name, and a photocopy of all court orders or related custody, access, or naming of person whose name is being changed. Now, here, just make sure you're also calling Service Ontario and making doubly sure that the document what you're trying to send are all covered, and that will ensure that your application is not coming back to you for some reason. So once you're done with this is the review of content form. You see, part 1, 4, 5, 6, 7 is required by everyone depending on the circumstances, the consent form change for the child's name, and give a notice about child's name. This will have to go in addition to these part. And check, recheck, cross-check to make sure everything is properly done. So once this is done, signing of the application, in case someone who is born in Ontario will be issued with a new birth certificate, and in that birth certificate, if you don't want the sex to be displayed, then you can check this box. I'm leaving as it is. And then once you come down here, this is the statutory declaration form, and this will be the form which will be done in front of the commissioner. And for this, what you need to do is check with Service Ontario location where this form can be signed, because if you're going to the Service Ontario location where this service is available, it is free of cost. Otherwise, if you're going through any lawyer, then you end up paying to the lawyer to get these things done. So call up the Service Ontario, give your address, and they can help you to find the nearest Service Ontario location where you can do a walk-in or take an appointment to get this signature done. So here, applicant's name, and then applicant will sign in front of the commissioner. Commissioner will enter the detail here, stamp, and then state the authority. So once this is done, the next part is the payment part. So for this payment part, applicant information here, applicant is father, so a father's detail is entered. And here, for example, if the entire family is going with the name change, in that case, the adult pays $137. Depending on number of people, for each adult it will be 137, and child in that case pays $22. All these application will go together, right? So in that case, adult pays 137 and child pays $22. So if there are two children whose application are going, $22 each, and here it will mention two. Now, if child name is not being done with the adult name change, and it's just the child name which is getting done, then you have to pay $137. So again, how many that will get mentioned? If it is only one child, one will get mentioned, and you will give the total authorization here. So once this is done, you come down here, you either send the information, that is Visa or MasterCard, that is your credit card information here, you enter, and if not, you send check or money order. In check and money order case, bank will have their own charges. You have to keep that in mind. If you have credit card, you can just enter the credit card without the CVV number. They don't ask for the CVV. And if it is check or money order, it has to be in name of Minister of Finance. Once this is done, check, recheck, cross check, and then go ahead with printing of form. So once the form has been printed, you have all the supporting document. Make sure you give call to Service Canada, check if you have any confusion, any clarification you require, and then you send to this address. So this is the address where the form has to be submitted. Or you can check with Service Canada if they have an option to go do a walk-in and submit the form, which I guess is not there. So don't go by just by what I'm saying. Send to this address or just call up Service Canada to find out about the walk-in option. So once this is done, you'll get update on the name change. Once you get the document, make sure you are updating those changes to all your official document wherever it has to be done. So that's the entire process. I hope you found this video informative. Make sure to comment in case you have any question. And like always, thanks for watching.